like we have been over this.
It feels like I've talked about this just 15 minutes ago.
I swear I've seen these two teams like this before as well. These flags.
Yeah, but I haven't.
But we haven't seen that. Well, we saw him in the bans last game.
It has been picked up right now because the hero is pretty damn strong. We said that last game because he was banned, and he was banned for a reason, as Chen is just... at the moment, I believe Chen and Wisp are possibly your two most contested supports, together with the Warlock, obviously, who has been banned out.
Yeah, Oracle seems to have fallen off in favorability a little bit, considering it's usually first and foremost in people's minds in the banning. Of course, Chen, especially popular with Wraith King, if you can get your hands on it as well.
Yeah, because of the Skelly boys, they just get so much damage from Chen. Overall, Chen and Wraith King are definitely very strong, but Chen himself does a lot. You can't really counter him the way you used to before. If you see Chen versus you, the only thing you do is you pick up Doom, let's say, on one side, and then you pick up something like Crystal Maiden and Witch Doctor on the other, and you just deal with his creeps that way. But you can't necessarily do that any longer because it's not about the creeps, it's about the passive. He just brings that passive and he heals stuff. He heals everything.
Well, not only that, of course, with the changes to Devour, you can't actually eat the creeps that Chen takes as well.
Yeah, you can't really take those. But Chen has also been changed, so he can't take the creeps either.
I think it starts at level 3, though.
You can't devour what you cannot take by Chen.
I mean, you know, if you're playing against a Doom, you take a level 1 creep. That's kind of your own fault as a Chen player.
Darkseer picked up by Cube boys. Not really surprising considering Los Pachachos, they have already shown their hands when it comes to their two carries. Two supports, that is.
I don't know what meta you're running this.
Yeah, two supports, Shaker and Wyvern most likely. In that last game, Shaker was position 4, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him played as a 4 again.
Interesting that they pick up the Wyvern. Like, it's decent with the Splinter Blast against the Chen army, but as you said yourself, it's more about this aura. So it doesn't really give you any sustain in lane, and it's more perfect counter against things like the Troll. But right now, I don't feel like Germany are necessarily showing anything that fully warrants that pick.
Yeah. Let's see the bans from Los Pachachos. Los Pachachos, hombre.
Alright, calm down. You're Bosnian, not Spanish.
So what?
I know you like to embrace wherever you go, but you're in Greece right now, so embrace Greece.
Killer Pigeon, ese hombre muy meligroso.
Elizabeth, ¿qué significa el mundo para mí?
I'm the most important thing for you in the world.
You are.
Wow, wow.
You help.
Did you learn that?
You get me gigs. You bring in the cheddar.
Did you learn that
Just
in one
for you.
of those Spanish telenovelas? Is that where it comes from?
Yeah,
like when I was a kid, I'm telling you, when I was a kid, I could speak Spanish. My grandma was watching every single telenovela on television, so 7 out of 8 hours that I was in the living room, there was pretty much Spanish with translation on the TV, and they would pretty much say the same thing. Yo soy tu madre, hermano, and like you learn.
And then they would dry humping and
yeah. Someone would end up in a wheelchair eventually, and it would be fake, or he would miraculously heal. Someone would go blind, obviously.
I'm pretty sure they have, like, they're just recycling ideas, because all that sounds familiar to a few TV shows recently.
They're all the same, dude. Someone would go blind, but he's not truly blind, or he'd go blind, but then he'd find true love. It's very, they teach you a lot, not only Spanish. You learn a lot about life watching telenovelas.
Well, apparently Spain learned a lot from Germany last game, as they've banned out the Nyx in the first phase. They just banned out the Rubik in the second phase. What are we likely to see here, then?
Yeah, they pretty much banned out that Rubik that was really strong in the first game, so...
Was it just the Rubik that was the problem, though?
Definitely not. It wasn't the Rubik that was... It wasn't the draft that was the issue, and now after seeing that first game played out, I can say with... I can say
80% comfortably?
Yeah, 80-70% comfortably that Germany is the stronger team here. But that's something that everyone that plays a lot of EU pubs already knows, as like these guys from Germany, you see them in your pubs. They're not really the top of the top, right? They're not really the strongest ones when you play your high rank pubs, but they're all right. They're always there. They're playing around those rank 1000 and stuff. I believe Cube is even better. Let me check. I have him in friend list.
Hold on a second there, Liz. Are you saying that being in the Wagger stack is not the height, the pinnacle height of EU Dota?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Let me find Cube. Where is he?
Weren't you in the Wagger stack at one point?
No.
Didn't you like join him for one tournament? I think I recall.
I was standing in.
Oh, so you're only good enough to be a stand-in.
Listen, Vaga is a great player, and his stack was actually all right, but yeah, they never really did anything. They
Hey, one of them's becoming a chef. He's done something. Just shout out to
Eskil.
Good old Eskil.
I love him. Yeah.
I expect some good food when next I visit. But looks like we have got the first pick of the second phase. The Bat Rider, nothing too unexpected though, considering the Nyx got banned in the first phase.
Oracle is still in.
Oracle
hasn't been banned out, so you could pick up that Oracle right now. Instead, they go with a Tusk. Alright, Chen and Tusk, Darkseer, then you can just pick something versus the Bat that's strong in the lane. I believe right now, if you are Germany, you're definitely thinking about picking up that Nyx next. PL is alright, Nyx is alright, Slark is decent, but Slark is just not played that often. So, yeah, I think PL or Nyx are definitely what they're thinking about. As that Bat Rider, you can't counter him with Oracle as you have two supports already, Tusk and Chen. Truth be told though, if Cube is playing mid, that Tusk can go mid too. Like, you can do that, as Cube plays a lot of Tusk. Like, he's one of the players that played in the Vaga stack, as you mentioned, and he played Tusk all the time back then. So I wouldn't be super surprised to see that.
Of course, the Rubik in the mid was something we've seen a lot more of. Tusk mid, not really something we see too much of. It used to be the go-to role from a few years back, and you'd think actually with the changes to tag team, he'd be considered even better than he used to be for that role.
Los Pachachos, they go with a Sven.
Well, it's an interesting choice, Liz, because I wouldn't say Germany got great value out of that Sven in the last game.
Well, definitely, they snatched that Sven away. The problem that I see for this Sven in this game, yes, there's control from the Bat and Shaker, but if there's Darkseer and Tusk on the other side, there's a lot of control from those two heroes, and then at the same time, a lot of mobility provided by Darkseer that can just surge the target that you jump on as Sven, and also Tusk with the snowball can just snowball the target in and run away with it. So that snowball works pretty decently versus the Bat too later on, and because of that, I believe that this isn't the easiest game for Sven, but Sven is in a really good spot right now. We discussed this in that last game, guys. If you just joined us, this is a rematch, pretty much as the last lobby.
Remake would be going a bit far. It's a rematch.
It's a rematch. The last lobby did fail, so we had to create a new one. And as expected, it's the Lifestealer pickup.
Yep.
I mean,
you said it was either this or the PL, and I guess with the Sven there, you don't want to be picking a Phantom Lancer.
I'm surprised they didn't. If they were thinking about picking this Bat Rider, I'm surprised they didn't ban out something like Nyx, or like if they banned out the Nyx, pick the Sven, Germany would instantly be in a bad spot because you would be picking PL into Sven, and you don't want that. So your options would be Slark and PL, and neither one of those is really that great.
It's more that Lifestealer is a much safer option. When you pick Slark, you kind of put yourself in the clock. There's an argument that super late game he bounces back, but how often do we see these scenarios where you reach super late game?
Usually Slarks, if they don't dominate in the mid game, which they usually don't, they just lose. So yeah, you're right. There are a couple of players right now in top tier teams that are spamming a lot of Slark in pubs, as the hero did get some buffs. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of Slark soon in the tier 1 scene, perhaps in the next minor that's starting in a few days.
Quite possibly. He did get a slight nerf in the B patch. I think it was the essence shift duration.
Yeah, it lasts a bit longer. Yeah.
And then we did just see a Templar Assassin ban, a hero that I argue is still one of the best mids in the game. This could maybe suggest something like an expectation of Alina coming out, but at the same time, do you really want to be drafting Alina against a Tusk that can rotate on you in the mid?
Yeah, Alina is always a little bit difficult as you don't have a lot of mobility, but like you could go for Alina. I mean, TA versus Lina matchup is when you ban TA, you aren't thinking really only about Lina. You're thinking about many heroes. TA versus Lina isn't even that horrible for Lina in the lane. Later on, it's a bit hard, right? But like when you're picking Alina, you don't really care who you're banning. Like that hero is pretty decent versus almost anything on mid.
Yeah, especially with the buffs that Lina recently got. It could be decent against the Wind Ranger. There is the annoyance of the Wind Run, but
10 seconds remaining.
we'll see what they want to do. As of course, this was the hero that Spain pulled out in the last game. So it's kind of looking like Germany's response is, well, if you want to take our Sven, if you want to copycat what we done last game, we can do that to you too. Wind Ranger, although we didn't get to really see it pop off last game, there is an argument that this hero is on the rise, coming back again. You mentioned Sumail, how well he played on it. And there's the Ember Spirit.
Ember Spirit. Well, that's interesting. I actually like this PACHACHOS draft a bit better than the last one. Ember Spirit also a hero. Ember and Sven. I mean, if you could take 2 Cleave boys in the current patch, you would definitely go for those two, as they're really strong at the moment. Ember Spirit brings them some more catch, can deal fairly well with the Wind Ranger, as well as you can get on top of her and loot her down. The laning stage itself shouldn't be way too difficult for Ember Spirit. Can definitely go Windrunner's way, as Cube is playing it again. Alright, Cube is their midder.
It seems that way, yeah. So Luft is the dedicated POS4. You never know, Liz. Maybe we get in and as a POS4 Wind Ranger and a mid-Tusk.
No, I believe this is going to be the mid Wind Ranger. It's a last pick as well,
yeah.
So I believe it's going to be that way.
And it's interesting the way this matches up against the Ember Spirit, because it used to be that...
What is this?
Well,
he has 10,000 games on Dark Souls.
Wow, we need to talk, buddy.
He's practiced a lot.
I don't think a lot really covers it, Liz. Jeez. I mean, I know there's a requirement as an offlaner to know how to play Darks here, but that's taken to the extreme. So we're in this match, and the thing I was going to mention is kind of interesting the way the Wind Ranger matches up against the Ember, because it used to be that this lane was pretty Wind Ranger flavored. Flavored.
Wind Ranger flavored.
She's cut into pieces, right? Because of the Flame Guard. You just cancel out with a good power shot, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, a long time ago with Ember, you could just go with Poor Man's Shield, and then you wouldn't really care that much. Right now, you don't have that. You don't have that option for yourself.
But now the focus on the build is the Sleight of Fist, right? So if you can actually just spam that out, that's kind of usually the counter to Wind Rangers. These type of heroes that trade effectively because she has such a small HP pool.
Exactly. So you might be able to do that as Pika on this mid lane, definitely. We'll see though. Shaker and Batrider, one of old school combinations of that on that offlane, playing versus the Nyx right now, who is alone. Someone most likely will join him, but it's not truly even that necessary, as he's completely capable of laning against these two on his own. But I believe usually what you want to have going for yourself is like a lane in which you provide that Nyx with some, just a little bit early on, right? You provide him with some help early on, and then he's just completely fine afterwards.
Yeah, because of course, especially early on, you want to try and get a few points up. Maybe you get your hands on quick phase boots, then you can defend yourself and move away. And it's also, you have to time use your rage pretty well. It's a decent sized cooldown, and immediately afterwards, you're going to get spammed out. So you want to try and trade with the Batrider in that window. And if he's alone, he can't really do that. There should be a fissure block that will come out from the Shaker, the good old classic. Slow things down.
On the top lane, we see literally the same thing like in that
Another
last
good
game.
old classic, yeah.
Yeah, but this Sven isn't taking really too much damage, while Tusk is.
No, yeah, he didn't start with a Stout Shield, because he was being greedy. You can see actually the gold he's got. He wants to get quick boots, but it's a lot of damage done already.
That's a whole lot of damage, and this creep wave was not killed by them, which is also not that great.
Quite problematic.
Yeah, but the Sven is one of those heroes, just like Troll. He starts with 69 damage, 7 armor under the tower. Like, he's completely capable of farming underneath it. So, like, usually when you're doing this, and you're doing it versus someone ranged like Traxxas or I don't know, Gyro, they're pretty much done. They can't last it. It's very difficult, right? I mean, you can, obviously, but it's problematic. When you do it versus Nyx, Sven, Troll, they're fine. They don't really care too much.
Meanwhile, mid is looking pretty even so far, and level 3 should be quite revealing. I expect him to likely go for the second point in the Flame Guard just because of how easy it can be to sidestep the power shot, especially if you're on the creep wave because of the reduced damage.
I think Ember should actually be completely fine on this lane. I don't think Windrunner...
It's the other way, if anything, that you can potentially kill the Wind Ranger.
We'll see, exactly. We'll see how Kupe plays it and how Pika plays it, but the truth be told, I haven't seen Kupe play for a while, as he hasn't been in many teams, but like, he isn't a mid player, so we'll see if he can handle this Ember. So far, when it comes to CS, he's doing alright. 8 CS on the Wind Ranger, 7 CS on the Ember.
Does have a deny in his favor. Meanwhile, Life still at only 5-2 compared with the 10-1 on the Sven. So Sven clearly having a much easier time. We said it was a little bit worrying how much they were going to leave him alone. While Chen has been here occasionally, it's not really that big wham combo with the Divine Favor we were talking about. And actually, Pertso going to be dove. There we go. Rage forced out. And this is the awkward part. Once you use that Rage, you can just reset, stack up the Napalm again, and all of a sudden Lifestealer can't hang around. This is a little bit problematic. Shaker with a haste now. If they can actually get in good position, they could easily turn this into a kill even without the Firefly.
Very unlikely, to be honest.
Rage on cooldown again.
Rage on cooldown, and these heroes are pretty tanky. You can't really do a whole lot here. Chen coming in with the level 4 Hellbear, it's pretty decent. You get the 10% magic resistance on heroes, so it can work out well for them. Public.
Won't work out for Shaker.
Public,
be
go.
Careful here. They won't pursue this though, because they just use the Rage. They're aware the Firefly is available again. However, Sayori is practically out of mana at this stage, because he can pop 2 more Napalms, then he doesn't have enough for Firefly.
I think they made a mistake, but let's see just what Luft is doing on mid. Luft, actually,
Luft
on German.
Is trying to actually gank here. He's got level 2, he's holding a point, he has got the tag team, but...
Yeah, he's not going to do anything, it seems like. And the mid lane is pretty much equal. Once again, 15 CS on Ember, 15 on the Windrunner. But I want to talk about this off lane. I believe it would be much better for Shaker to rotate somewhere else, and then you leave this Batrider to creep skip, as they can't really stop him. Chen alone can't really do a whole lot. So if Batrider just creep skip level 3 right now, I believe that would be much better for them. Just take the creeps, lead them to the medium camp, farm the medium camp and the creeps. Instead you're fighting into a Nyx. You can't use Napalm on him, as you're just giving him sticks. As you can see, this Nyx is always 100% HP, and now with the Ghost they might even kill him.
Yeah, that's a lot of slows coming out. Sarah's going to try and retreat. The problem with Firefly is you cut the trees as you go. The first blood is drawn, because Shaker did go back to base.
Yeah, the Ghost is definitely... Ghost and Harpy are possibly the best creeps that you can get early on. The small Purger guy is also good. I believe he picked him up right now. No, he picked up the...
Yeah, he's got the small one.
Yeah, he's got the small one, so you have the Purge for Sayori now too.
Fighting up against Papa Big Boy here, because he can't get his hands on the Unholy Aura creep yet.
So the Shaker is doing the right thing, rotating mid, but Batrider is not, as he's still bottom. And now with the Purges and the slow, once again, he's going to fall, it seems.
He doesn't even have Firefly.
There is a
Purge
Shaker,
again, and it's too late. He's going to go down. Shaker, way too late to assist. And even if he reveals right now, Luft is moving across, and he's still holding 2 points.
Yeah. He's level 3. I believe what he wants to do is take the bounties instead. At the same time, on the top lane, Darkseer is being dove, and well, he is diving very far in. And this is exactly what I think Batrider should be doing too. So he should be playing this game, in which he makes them go for him.
Okay, Shaker, they dove him to the tier 2 that time. He revealed, and yeah, they went for the 2 points in tag team. I was expected to get that kill just in time for the runes as well. And I think the other problem there is you brought your Sven between that tier 2 and tier 3, and the question is for what? What did you really achieve with that? Because it just kept him away from farm for like a good 20 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you want to be doing as Darkseer. That was my point. On the other hand...
okay, they're going in. They actually find 2 kills. The rotation coming out from Cube.
Yeah, 5-0 this time around. The laning stage went much better for the Spanish boys in that last game. This game, however... Germany is just completely dominating them. I believe they just set up this lane wrong, and that anyone that watches Pro Dota right now or plays high skilled pubs knows that. Batrider should be between the tier 2 and the tier 3, even not showing up on that lane, and then Shaker should just rotate across the map. But yeah, they had some difficulties there, definitely. They didn't set up that lane properly. They tried to play the bat into the Nyx, and they failed, but that's honestly how it should go. Like, Nyx versus Batrider is always Nyx favorite.
It's a mirror matchup when you think about it, with the Shaker and the Tusk and what they can achieve in ganking mid and other lanes. Yep. And then on the side you've got the Darkseer, and then on the other side you've got the Batrider. They do want to mirror those movements, and that's literally the comparison, is the mistakes made by Spain. You can see them not being made by Germany, as Darkseer has been between that tier 2 and tier 3 the whole time. Meanwhile, bot, Rage activated. Pertso did go in, needs to actually back away here. They might try and turn around.
Ember is porting in.
Coming as well. Going to slow him down with the Shaker's Fissure, but Pertso is quick off the mark with the Fissures. Not quick enough to slow him down. They're going to go in with the Haste, the Flame Guard as well. They've got Rage in 2 seconds though. I don't know if they have enough damage for this. There it is. We'll just Rage off and run away. TP out. They waste their time. Spain unable to connect with that rotation.
Also, those sticks helped him out, as the Napalm was being stacked on him, so he had extra amount of sticks to heal himself up. He definitely would have escaped anyway, even without the sticks used on him, but yeah.
And now mid. There's a push in. Luft is waiting behind the tower to see if anyone TPs in. They don't quite know about this right now. It looks like the tier 1 will fall, and that is a big sacrifice that Spain have given up at the 7-minute mark.
This is a big issue. Xi'an is level 5 and 1/4. When you look at Tusk, he's level almost 4. He has Medallion and Boots. These supports can do so much already. This Xi'an is literally turning into a core, and you have the Tusk with level 10. You get, well, you don't have to go for 90 gold. You can go for the experience, but still, these two supports on the side of Germany are definitely doing a lot, while the side of Spain, they're just reactive, right? That's all they're doing. They're reacting to the movements of Radiant.
I mean, they're not even necessarily reacting that well. Like, they show up mid now for no reason.
I'm not saying they're reacting well. I'm just saying they're reacting, at least. But yeah, there are some issues on their side at the moment, definitely.
But they're not really alleviating the issues, because you saw the movement up towards top. It was read correctly by Sven, but the difference is, yes, he did just get his Midas. On the other side, however, Lifestealer, not at his Midas yet, but it's more the pressure is being applied to the Sven, whereas Lifestealer is left to his own devices.
It's the thing that Nikes went for phases into Midas, and Sven has only Midas, so when you check the net worth, they aren't really that far away from each other. You know, actually Nikes is the one on top, as he got a couple of kills too. It's about the total of items that they've got. And yeah, sure, that Midas is going to help the Sven. Versus the Chen creeps too, but right now, even if when you bring that Sven there, those creeps are stronger. You can't even fight into them. And Winter Wyvern, level 3, only level 2 Splinter Blast, he can't deal with that either. I think it's on Ember to create most of these movements. There's definitely still chance for Spain to come back into the match. I mean, it's early on. It's not even minute 10. But they have to change some things. They need to rotate multiple heroes on different targets. I believe they have to forget about this Nikes. He has his Midas. I mean, he's going to have his Midas, and you can't really even kill him. You can't stop him. The best way for you to play right now is to play around the Darkseer and the Windrunner and try to take them down.
Especially the Wind Ranger, because he's second in net worth right now. Like, Cube is having a very easy game up to this stage.
Yeah, getting that kill on her would be like so good for Spain.
And the problem is, it's this power of Chen at this stage in the game. Look at this, they've already taken out all the tier 1s. Meanwhile, Spain, they've barely tickled any of the towers belonging to
Winter Wyvern, chase with the rage.
Open wounds on him means he's going to die, and actually Pikachu up as well. Invis Rune will be used just to walk away. He can't hang around.
No dusts around. So
no, but they don't care. They just burned through a tier 2 in a matter of moments.
And they also burned through his flame guards with the iron shells used.
They might just keep going here.
There's nothing stopping them. 4 creeps already on Chen.
Alright, snowball in. They're looking on Sayori, and the rage activate as well to make sure there's no threat. And they'll get him with a power shot. He is down. They're going to turn around, force the Remnant out, trying to retreat with Luft. He doesn't have the snowball to protect himself, but now Pika, the true one, retreated. One more Remnant just to get into the base. That means he's got no Remnants to work with. That's quite
barely survives, but his tower has nowhere to run. The tower can't run into the base. The tower can't run to the fountain to heal up. So it's gone, and now the Raxes are also falling very quickly.
And if he comes anywhere close, he doesn't have a Remnant for 15 seconds. They're aware of this. They saw him use all 3. Luft does have the snowball, but they just want to get the Rax to get away. God Strength activated. Sven trying to move in. Hand of God to try and keep the creeps up. And oh my god, Sven! He might actually die this rate. The snowball across to get the kill. He's gone for 30 seconds trying to move with the Shaker, but it's not level 6 Shaker, so no Echo Slam opportunity. They just surge and chase them away. They'll turn around. Lassie used, but no! Battle Rider's going to die to the Iron Shells here. He'll go down. Rage activated. Looking to Wyvern as well. Going to run him through. And this is looking pretty grim for the side of Spain. Pika does get one Remnant back up to run away, but that's not really how you want to be using it.
Yeah, this might be the Blitzkrieg from Germany right here, as this game is looking almost done, 10 minutes in.
Well, they can't get the other lanes. That's the only good news for Spain, as they still have tier 2s remaining. Snowball in. Oh, they're going to turn around to Pika. He doesn't have a Remnant still. Nice stun coming out. Buys a little bit of time, but they're going to keep on chasing forward. Actually use the walk right to move forward. Sven going to be netted up here. Stun comes out. Chen power shot through, taking half his HP pool. I shot to block him in right now. Pertso chasing forward onto him. Golden Brace to save his life, but now who will save the rest? They have to retrieve the Shaker, still on level 5, and they'll finish off the Sven. He's dead again. Fissure comes out into 2. Snowball forward. Shackle shot won't connect to anyone. That's a pretty deep snowball, and the Remnant up again. Pika, I don't think this man has used a single aggressive Remnant the entire game.
They're just playing inside of their base and not backing out whatsoever, not even for an inch. You can see that, okay, with the port from the Windrunner, perhaps they're going to go back. But still, if you are dire, you can't punish this.
It's quite worrying. And now they're going to move in. Oh, Shackle shot long range. Sayori, they slow him down. The tag team does enough damage. Pika, that's another defensive Remnant. This Ember has had no relevance to the game. The power shot through. They spotted him with the hellbent. Now they're going to move in, slowing down Pika. He needs to retreat. He won't find a kill to Luft. Instead, he's going to be the one who maybe dies here. Cold Embrace to buy a little bit of time. God Strength activated. Stun comes out in the dark tier. There is a snowball though. They'll buy their time and they'll roll straight forward. They want to kill off Pika. And they can't quite get him yet. Oh, no, they're going to turn around. Sven! He gets himself some kills, but he might go down from this. The Shackle Shot held him in place, and now they need to get everyone out of the base.
I mean, it's about damn time that they run out.
I mean, they were getting away with so much. They were pushing their luck, and they'll finally be punished. Wind Ranger lassoed up. They'll try and run him through. He does have the Wind Run to work with, but he can't use it. The Xi'an Chains enables the kill.
And he didn't buy that Mitchell Hammer before dying. He died after. Shame on you, Cube. Such a bad
I mean,
move.
It's not like he was doing anything else that whole time other than being just lassoed on the spot.
Nah, I'm just kidding, because everything they did so far is just so good for them. There is, like, I
Look
don't
at the
know.
Chen's net worth.
10k ahead. Chen has Helm of Dominator. What else does he have flying over to him?
Is that Mech,
full,
maybe?
No, Vladimir's.
Oh, he's gone for Vladimir's. I don't blame him.
So he has full Vlads and Helm of Dominator 13 minutes in. I mean, these supports of theirs have done so much, and that's what happens. I said that Dar was playing a reactive game. They weren't even reacting at some point, and you have a Midas on Sven without power threats. I mean, obviously you're going to lose every single fight. You just don't have damage on that side.
Oh, Chen has been found. They move in with Wind Ranger pretty aggressively as they do TP her in. And now the Shackle Shot coming through the power shot. Going to burn through the use of the Ember. And now they're going to try and turn around. Wind's Curse comes out. And they'll kill off Pika. They actually don't care about Luft. They kept Cube out of range the whole time.
Yeah, once again, the Ember falls so easily, and he only has a Javelin. If you check the net worth, that Ember is below Chen.
It's pretty pathetic.
He's 600, 700 gold below Chen.
Oh, snowballs. Sven, they stop him. Tag team to slow him down. Warcry being used, but he's blocked off with the shards, and he's dead.
And
They're going to
can
keep
they
hunting.
get anyone else? Yeah.
They'll surge up. They'll turn around. They say, actually, just hit the tower. Let's go for the base, guys. We want this game over soon. You know, we had to go for a restart, so technically this has been quite a long game.
Technically, yeah. It's like one long game if they manage to go high ground right now, and then it is.
That was an interesting Shaker Fissure. Didn't even block them off.
Yeah.
Didn't buy any time. Should be at least a tier 3 tower going down. Sven is up in 10 seconds, but what can you do with him? A Remnant being thrown down already by Ember means he's got one left over. Walrus Punch gets down to half HP. He's losing a lot of health here. He doesn't have a far away Remnant either. One more hit would have done it.
Power shot.
Power shot through. They won't find him. But they will find the racks. Range 1 already down. Shaker on the side has Echo Slam, but no way of getting in.
They're just healing so damn much
It's
from
ridiculous.
everything because of Chen.
And look at Luft, another Shackle Shot through, power shot, they've lost the Shaker, now Lasso trying to do enough damage, but Chen's still alive. Snowball gets him out of the Firefly. He's going to keep on retreating, he might burn up in the end as Batrider is pursuing this all the way to his death. Now Sven, low, Cold Embrace buys him a little bit of time, but sets up a beautiful power shot from Cube, and now moving across with the tag team, Traffy blocked in, already used the burn, can't fly away, it's a triple kill for Cube, buybacks come in. Cube doesn't have the wind run for a second. Nice vacuum. Shackle Shot didn't connect though. He needs to move away from Pika. Pika with the remnants forward, looking for the kill, but no, the wind run keeps him out of range as a drive-by.
Ultra kill, maybe a
already.
rampage?
He might be able to get the rampage. He's moving in the power shot through now. No. It's going to be
stole
Pertso.
it?
He gets the
Pertso.
foul hit.
Pertso,
Greedy Pertso. He needed to get his armlet, he says. That's not true, and he knows it.
He says sorry instantly,
Oh,
you see?
they're going to try and move. It's like, high five me.
GG.
Tusk wants it, but the GG comes out. They know it's over. Echo Slam to say congratulations as the first best one goes the way of Team Germany.
Yeah, this was a very, very one-sided game from the get-go. I believe the way they set up their lanes is the thing that hurt them the most on the side of Spain. Also, the item build from Sven.